Hey guys, it's Tyler McKinney back here again, and today I want to talk about a little bit of XFL football. Now, there's been kind of these stories and people picking this stuff up, so I wanted to kind of put my 2 cents out there because I just kind of think that a lot of this stuff is clickbait, and you can call me out for doing clickbait as well. I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Antonio Brown was just released by the New England Patriots at the end of this past week. Now, there's been a whole lot of controversy surrounding him since he left the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. And it's just been one thing after another, everything under the sun. And it was just so much that even the New England Patriots couldn't even control him or didn't even want to mess with any of the issues that he has. I mean, think about that. The issues that he has were so bad that even it was worse than what they would even want to deal with looking at how talented of a player he is. Now, he went ahead and he went out there and put out that he's never going to do anything with the NFL ever again. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be just a whole big thing. And then people started talking about him going to the XFL. Could he be going to the XFL? Will he be going to the XFL? Does this mean that he's going to be playing in the XFL? And that is a big fat no. There are a whole lot of reasons why he's not going to, but the short answer is just no. Vince McMahon knows better than to let this happen. And let's go ahead and let's play with this a little bit, okay? Antonio Brown, some people might say he might be the best wide receiver in the game right now. He has an argument. He would not go and play in the XFL. The amount of money that they would have to pay him would be astronomical. And the fact of the matter is that they might not even have the talent to complement him to get him the ball. Remember, he's a wide receiver. This is not a quarterback. This is not the guy who gets the ball right away. So if he gets an XFL deal and then ends up on one of these teams with not one of the best quarterbacks in the league, he might not do too well. And it might be a big waste of your money. Now, will it be a little bit of a draw? Yes, but really, this is not the type of name that you want to be associating yourself with. If McMahon wants to get the XFL off that kind of that stigma of like being hokey and having the kayfabe and everything that surrounded it the first time around, this is not something he wants to do because people are going to start putting that back on him and putting that on the league, and that's just not what they want to do. The other thing is when he came back out and announced the XFL, he specifically said that he's not going to be taking troubled players. That's not what he's going to be doing. That's not the way that he's going to be looking at things and managing things. He's going to be doing things that's going to make it family friendly. And if you've been keeping up with anything with the WWE, that's the way he's been doing. He's been trying to make things clean cut, family fun, that the whole family can sit around and enjoy together. And having Antonio Brown around your league is going to jeopardize that. Even the NFL agrees with that and have let him go. Multiple teams have. But first thing is they can't pay him the money that he would need to get into the league. And it might even be a bust and a waste to even have him in the league with it. Like I said, because you can't, they might not be able to get in a situation where they'll be able to really showcase him. And the fact of the matter is he even can probably make more money outside of football than actually playing for the XFL, whether it be with some endorsements, places, and things like that. I'm sure there's some company that's wanting to get a leg up and that's wanting to take a chance on somebody, and that would throw at some sponsorship dollars to get their name out there at him and have no problem throwing that kind of money around that he would never get in the XFL, that the XFL would never pay him. The other thing is you don't want him in your locker room. He's already causing issues. He's caused issues in Pittsburgh. He's caused issues in in Oakland and New England, they let him go because they didn't want the distraction. You don't want that distraction. When you're trying to form new teams, those are not the type of players you want to wrap your team around. You don't want this big diva wide receiver coming in there with all these young guys and teaching them the ways, and them bringing him and creating him, bringing them in and creating this kind of mentality and creating little ABs all over the place. You don't want that. You don't want that in your locker room, and you don't want that on your field. You don't want the guy that's, bigger than your league, so to say. And the other thing is that I know that McMahon needs to take chances, and he needs to take chances on people and go out there and get some guys that might be risky for the NFL and give them a shot, but this is not one of them. The risk is just way too high for the reward that it might be. And those are just my thoughts. But all this stuff about him going around and how people think it would be cool, it would not be a good thing for the league. This would not be a good move for the league, especially right now. It would really concern the partners, especially the TV partners that they have going on right now. As you know, like ESPN, Fox, they run a pretty tight, clean-cut ship. And to bring that kind of stuff in and kind of do that, they're really not on board with that type of a thing. So to see anything like that, it's not going to happen. He's not going to be playing in the league. All it is just people speculating and trying to get hits because of, Antonio Brown's big name and, him coming and playing football. Who knows? Probably what might happen is this whole thing might blow over and he might be back in the NFL, next year or whatever, or he might just continue down the spiral. We'll see. Right now, he hasn't really hit the bottom of this whole thing, so the bottom might still be falling out on him. Me personally, I don't think that the bottom has really hit for him. So if I were McMahon, I would stay as far away from this as I can, and I would put my money else places. But again, that's just my thoughts. Question is, what do you think? What do you think about the whole situation? Do you think that he would be a good addition to the XFL? Do you think that them getting it would be great? Do you want to see him playing in the XFL? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. I want to hear what you have to say. All right. Well, I know that you guys are busy, and I know that I'm busy, so let's get on out of here. You have a good night. Bye.